Hi everyone and welcome to Homerino Collectibles. Today we're going to be reviewing the Marvel Legends Infinite Series Mandroid Builder figure from the Captain America Winter Soldier wave. So this thing has, it's kind of hit me in both positive and negative ways. But let's start off with the comparison with Iron Monger. So as you can see, Iron Monger will stand a little bit taller now because of his head and his shoulder pads and whatnot. But that is about it, and the only thing that they actually share is the legs, so they have the same leg pieces, and that is it. So let's move him out of the way here and focus on this guy himself. Now, Mandroid, this thing looks fantastic, but I'm just going to start off by saying I can't get mine into fantastic poses and can't pick him up as one because this happens. Yes, this leg, it is too loose, so it doesn't actually stay together. And this one was actually too tight, like the actual leg pieces. I can connect this leg to this joint, and I can connect this leg to this joint. But when I put the correct ones together, this one was too loose, and at the time this was too tight, so what I did was I put this leg on top of one of my lights, the umbrella lights that's shining down this for the review, because they get pretty damn hot. So I put it on top of that to warm up, and then I just took a bit of force still, but it did eventually go in. So that one's on there nice and snug, and it's quite hard to rotate it now, but it will rotate if I want it to. There we go. It will rotate if I want it to, but it's extremely tight, and this one is extremely loose. So unfortunately for mine, I can't get great posability with it, so I don't know why that is the case, but I am extremely disappointed in that fact. However, this isn't going to be a biased review in that because of that I'm going to hate it, because obviously because they're the same legs and the same connector pieces as the Iron Monger, and my Iron Monger is honestly one of my favourite Marvel Legends, then I know that these can work extremely well. So I'm not going to put that as a bad point. That should be just my figure. But right now this is what we have. So basically what I'm going to try and do, I think, is possibly put a little bit of super glue around this, because you can feel it, like just there, it sits on, and then just a little bit more push and you feel it going like that. It just doesn't actually stay in, but you can feel that. So it's obviously that either that's too small or this is a little bit too big. I think that this might be a little bit bigger because, as I said, this is super tight in actually going on there, but it does fit on this, whereas this one fits on there but doesn't fit on this. But this fits on there like it should. So I don't really know why, they're different sizes. Obviously, nothing can be created perfectly equal. However, tolerances should be pretty much the same on every single figure. So every single one of these should fit together, but obviously mine doesn't. So I think it might be the leg piece, but I'm not going to buy another figure just so that I can have another leg piece to try it out. But if I do ever buy another figure for some reason, maybe for someone else, or if I ever see another leg piece cheap, then I might go ahead and try it and see. But for now, I might just put a little bit of super glue on there or something, just to see if I can make that a bit bigger and make that joint fit well. But besides that, this thing does look fantastic, and I just have one other problem with it really, and this might be for everyone's, is the fact that because the head sits in so much, inside this sort of cavity, and my head joint is a very tight ball joint in there, if I could get my fingers around the head, I could turn it. As it is, I pretty much cannot turn the head. It's pretty much static on mine. I cannot turn this thing now that it's in there. So I'm extremely glad that when I put it in, that is literally perfectly straight with the line that goes down the chest. However, I would love to be able to turn it, but I can't on my particular one. But I do love the look of this thing, and so let's start with articulation anyway. So obviously I'll do the leg articulation with this one and not this one. So starting from the top, the head would be able to move left and right Not a massive amount, but it can, because as you can see in here, around the head there's not a massive amount of space, so there's not going to be a huge room for articulation in there, but mine's extremely tight, so I don't know exactly how much it can move, but I know that it's on a ball joint, so it should be able to. You get this as part of it, and basically it's just a very flexible rubbery weapon that you can plug into the shoulder, that you can move left and right, that just plugs in right up here. So if you don't like it, it's something that you don't have to have with it, but you know, so you can move that however you wish. The arms do a full 360-degree rotation. They don't move at the bicep, but they move down here at the elbow, left and right. Now the Iron Monger had some things connected to it that moved with it, which was really cool. This does too, and it's a bit thicker, therefore you got a bit more resistance when turning it, but it still does, you know, rotate right there. And then you've got forward and back at the elbow, but a little bit less than Iron Monger because you've got more armor on here. And then you've got this giant gun axe thing that looks like some kind of like a rocket launcher or something with giant blades on there, which just looks epic. It does have the same hands as the Iron Monger, and then it's exactly the same on the other side, but obviously over here we get the miniguns, which just look absolutely epic. So you've got like a nice ammo belt for your miniguns there. That just looks so cool. And all this orange detailing, it's because there's only such a small amount of it, but it's just so vibrant. It really pops on a figure like this, especially when you take a look at the helmet. I'll just bring that in real close here. You've got orange and yellow sort of mixed together there to create a really nice look. Looks so cool. Very nice shield logo there and everything, and obviously this is all completely remolded. Now the hands do move very freely on this arm, and then on this arm I find that it's a bit stiffer. That could just be my figure, or it could just be because it's got more hindrance from this, because it sits right on top of the hand there, whereas this one you've got a much bigger cavity inside there for it to turn in. And I find that this one turns a lot more than the Iron Monger hand did, but this one does not. So that's that. And then ab crunch, you've got forward and back, you've got side to side, and then you've got the left and right movement there. Then down at the legs, hips move forward, back, in and out. Like I said at the start, they do turn at the thigh, but mine's extremely stiff on this one. You've got a nice double jointed knee, and then you've got a foot that moves up and down a little bit, and it moves left and right, and then you get a little bit of side to side. Not much, but it is there. So I do really enjoy this figure. Obviously I do wish that I could turn the head. It might just be on my figure, but it might be that that ball joint is just very tight on a lot of people's. I'm not really too sure about that, but I do wish I could turn that. But I'm not too fussed about it really, because obviously the leg is more of an important issue with mine. So as I said, I might put a bit of glue on there, or I might just get another figure that comes with the leg. I'm not too sure right now, but I'll have a little think about that and do that. But for the most part, this thing is detailed extremely well. And if we turn it around to the back here, you can see a very nice sort of jetpack-esque sort of back there. And from all angles, it does look incredibly nice. So I have to say, if you are picking the Wave up just because you like individual figures, then that's fair enough. You know, this is pretty much just a remold of the Iron Monger, so if you already have that and you're not too fussed about this because it's not essentially, you know, a main character, then I'd say you don't need to get the other figures in the Wave that you need to complete this. But I mean, for the most part, the figures in the Wave, you know, if you were to get like Baron Zemo, Red Skull, and Captain America, they're you know, main characters that a lot of people are going to buy. And then you've got the movie figures, so you've got the Winter Soldier Cap, the actual Winter Soldier Bucky, and then you've got Black Widow. They're three movie figures that I know a lot of people are going to buy, so most people will have this complete Build-A-Figure just because they like figures in the Wave, as opposed to previous waves where people have just gone and bought like Constrictor and Claw and stuff to fill up their Terrax wave so that they can build Terrax, for example, when they didn't really want those two other figures. You know, this is a wave where all of the figures are absolutely incredible in their own right. So basically what I'm trying to say here is I recommend all of the individual figures in the wave. So if you want to go and buy all those individual figures, essentially you're just getting this guy for free. But if you do like this, then I'd definitely say if you already have Iron Monger but you don't want individual figures from this wave, then I'd say just give it a pass, because there's not much difference really. So for me, I liked all the individual figures and this is kind of like a freebie. And I do really like some aspects of this thing. So thanks for watching, guys. That is the end of the review for the Mandroid Build-A-Figure. Like I say, definitely go get the entire wave, and you know, if you do like this guy, then that's a bonus. But follow me on Instagram and Twitter and you'll be able to see pictures of new purchases and just general collection pictures and whatnot. If you go ahead and subscribe to my channel, you'll be able to see new Marvel Legends videos such as the Guardians of the Galaxy wave, and right now I'm just putting up reviews for the Terrax series. And which one do you prefer, this or Iron Monger? Tell me in the comments below, and if you like the video, leave a like, and I'll see you next time, guys.